What's going on, guys? NoSlack Novak here with episode 2 of our 6th season in the Asia Pacific Super Cup. Actually, it's the 6th season overall. It's the first season in the Asia Pacific Super Cup, but this is race 2. Let's call it episode 2 of the new 6th season. Now, I just answered this interview question here, and if you guys remember, the first race of the season, Matthias de Wolf ended up winning that race. He had a very, very impressive race. Now, they asked us a question. Carlota Marquez here from JTV Sports asked us a question of what we thought of Matthias de Wolf. We gave him some praise. Now Matthias de Wolf is willing to discuss terms with us. Look at this. He's a 4-star driver with a little bit of extra potential. He could be a 4.5-star driver. So now he's on our radar here of a driver we might want for the upcoming season if we indeed do that. I mean, look at his stats there. Everything is in the deep green. Adaptability and focus is a little bit weak, but everything else is absolutely solid. Now it's going to cost $6 million to break that, or almost $7 million to break that contract. However, his contract expires in 9 months. So after the season is done, we could get him. We could get Matthias de Wolf. I mean, he's on our radar, just saying. Just saying. Now, that being said, too, our brakes did just get designed, so we're going to worry about that here in a second. What I think we want to do is we need to focus on this gearbox, because we have the absolute worst gearbox in the Asia Pacific Super Cup. So let's go ahead, let's work on that. And yes, I understand these both kind of suck here, but there's nothing we could really do about that. So we're going to go with reliability, because then the next gearbox that we build, even though these two are risk levels, we can do this one, which is going to be plus 30. So that's going to be pretty decent. So we're going to work on that gearbox. Let's build the part. It's going to cost us $1 million. That's unfortunate, but nothing we could really do about that. Let's go ahead and continue on. We're just going to skip these inbox messages here because I don't like really reading the emails. Emails are mostly boring. Now, car repair is complete. Come on. Okay, there we go. Car repair is complete. So let's look at improving some of these parts. Now, we did just get new brakes, so we definitely want to throw those on here. I think we're going to go ahead. We're going to cancel the improvement of that. We're going to go ahead. We're going to improve on these parts here. And then I kind of realized I might have made a mistake. We should have definitely thrown in some parts into the performance. That being said, let's do that for... You know, we're not going to use... What are we going to improve last? Maybe the rear wings? Let's improve both of those rear wings. And then we'll do this suspension over here. So we're going to just passively work on the performance of those parts, and then we're going to work on these parts here. Now, those are going to be done, let's see, 18 days after the race. So you know what, I'm going to be tempted to actually remove some of these parts here relatively quick, because we want these brakes to be used in the upcoming race, which is just a little over 2 weeks away. Sponsors too, we do have some new sponsors too. Let's go ahead and let's check those guys out. One offer available for now. Ooh, no, we can't do that. First place, we're not going to finish in first. That is, I mean, Cupcake, Sweet Delicious, 4-star sponsor. That's excellent. That's what we want. But target position first place, I don't think we can do that. It's going to be a nice, okay upfront payment and a great pay per race. But we're definitely not going to be able to do that. That's just too much. Let's go ahead and simulate just a little bit, and then we can go ahead and we can remove, let's see here, we're going to remove some, excuse me, we're going to remove some of these parts. Now, they're all in the 70s, so I think we're going to remove all of those. And then this would be done one day before the race, but let's throw in another part for reliability improvements. What I think we're going to throw in is maybe a rear wing. Now, this one is, they're both getting worked on. This one is slightly better. Let's throw that in there. That's going to be 11 days after, but they should both get into at least the 70s before this upcoming race. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's simulate just a little bit more. We're going to wait for this gearbox here to be finished. Did the gearbox get finished? I don't think it did. Let's check out our other... Oh, wow, okay. First place, second or above. We're not going to finish that high up. I feel like the first race was a little bit of a fluke. I mean, we're not going to be able to do it. We're just not. This one here's for 5 races. This one here's for 4. Second or above. Upfront payment of $200,000 with a 1.4, and then if we do a home race bonus, oh man, you know what? I think we're just gonna do this one. 5 races. We're gonna get the $400,000 up front. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one, just because it's gonna expire. You know what? But then this one expires in 4. Is it worth us to have this contract for 1 extra race and get that $400,000? Plus it is cupcake. Let's do that. We'll get the $400,000. Ah, man. We'll see. We'll see how that works out for us. Report on upcoming race in Beijing. 40% chance of rain. Okay, we have to remember that. 40% chance of rain. And our gearbox here should be finished now. It is. The gearbox is finished. I feel like we want to design, right away, we want to design another gearbox. Because now we can do the good, right? That's gonna make it just a little bit better. Now, when we do get over here to the great, what is it gonna give us? Acceleration plus 40 to max, and then over here plus 50, but only on soft, supers, and ultras. So I don't think we're gonna go for that. I think we're gonna go for this one, plus 40 to max. It's gonna lower the reliability, but you know, we'll be able to get that back pretty quickly. So yeah, reliability and acceleration, that'll make the gearbox a little bit better. And then I think that might be the last gearbox. I don't know, we'll see. I don't want to waste too much of this money. So we're working on that. Let's improve the part that we just got, which is the gearbox. Which means we can then let's remove this suspension, and we'll throw in the gearbox to get kind of worked on. Again, we're going to focus all of our points over here on reliability, though. That's going to be 20 days after the race, which is coming up in 7 days. So hopefully we'll be able to get these up there into the 70s, all 3 of those parts. I'm really hoping that that's something that we can do. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue on, and we're about to travel to Beijing. Low speed corners. Can you design me a new front wing? We're both having a hard time when we hit the low speed corners. Okay, we'll work on that. We'll work on that. I promise you. I promise you we will focus on improving all of your parts, not just some. Doesn't look. I was just trying to see if maybe there were some teams from the European Racing Series that managed to move all the way up to the WMC, but doesn't look like it. Alright, let's continue on. And we are traveling to Beijing tomorrow, so let's check out our car real quick. Improved parts. We are in the 70s for at least some of them, so some of these parts are actually, you know, they're decent. Hopefully by the time that the race actually comes, they'll all be in the 70s. But, I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Let's continue on. Pre-race gossip. I don't really care. NoSlack Racing, managed by NoSlack Novak, are predicted to finish around 8th, which would be seen as a solid result for the United States-based team chairman, Thomas Winthrop. Anything other than 8th will probably raise the chairman's blood pressure. An anonymous mechanic told us. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Let's go ahead. Let's continue on. Now, I feel like, again, we're just going to go with 10th or above. I'm not expecting us to finish that high up again. We're going to go with 10th or above. Part fitting. We do have a couple new parts, so we definitely want to get those fitted in there. Again, we're going to give Laura the better part, which means Jamie's can go up as well. Then over here, we're good. Over here, we want Laura to have the more reliable part, so we're good. We're going to give Laura the new gearbox. And we're going to give Jamie the old one just because it has better reliability. Over here, they're both the same performance. We're going to give Laura the rear wing with the higher reliability. And then over here, they're the same performance-wise. She's going to have the more reliable one, so that's exactly how we want to have that. All right, let's go into the second race of the season. Now, hopefully, I'm really hoping that we can have at least one driver finish in the top 5. Because it seems to me like that might be a thing here in the Asia Pacific Super Cup, where only the top 5 drivers actually gain points. Alright guys, so I'm going to continue doing these practices off camera like I have in the previous few seasons. As you guys can see, it is raining, so we are going to work on those intermediate tires here during the practice session, even though it might not rain in the actual race. But we're going to select Laura, Jamie, I'm going to set these cars up, and I will see you guys right before the start of the second race of the season. Alright, well in this practice session we didn't do nearly as well as we did in the first race of the season. Laura finished 12th, Jamie finished 14th. Now luckily we do have that like random grid positioning, so in this race Jamie's actually going to be starting off 2nd. Laura is going to be starting off 12th. Let's go ahead, we're going to fill these slots, we're going to do race trim, and then for, let's check out the weather real quick. Looks like it's going to be decently sunny. No rain in the forecast. Now it is going to be how many laps? I want to say it was high 20s. We're going to go with the race trim, and then we are also going to go with the medium tires. We have that 10% bonus there. Over here we're going to do the race trim, and then I think we're going to do the push it again, the push it to the limit. It's going to remove the red zone just because his parts are still not very reliable, because we haven't really messed with those yet. So that's what we're going to keep it there. Now, car setup, we got okay setups. 94, so we're going to do this. We're going to save Laura 94. This is going to be important for the future races at this track, right? 94. Let's confirm that. Tire choice, we're going to go with the mediums. Fuel options, okay, 34 laps. So essentially like the last one too. I think it's actually 1 lap more than the first race of the season. Now over here we managed to get 97 for Jamie. So we're going to use that. We're going to save this. Jamie 97. Not bad, 97. That's solid. I like it. Tire choice, again, we're going to go with the mediums. Fuel, 34 full laps worth of fuel. Driver strategy, we're going to come out just like we did in the last race. We're going to go all out. And again, we're not going to worry about the weight stripping because our parts are just not reliable enough for that yet. Jamie is starting 2nd. Laura is starting 12th. Hopefully we'll be able to kind of repeat our success from the last race. But here we go. Let's find out. Race number 2 is underway. Jamie's already in 1st. Excellent. Very excellent. I'm very happy to see that. DeWolf is in 3rd. DeWolf seems to be the guy that we kind of have to worry about here. Now let's pay a little bit of attention to Jamie since he is in 1st. I really don't expect him to be able to maintain 1st place position. I don't think he's going to be able to. Let's go ahead. We're going to put it on speed 2. Laura is in 11th, so she's moving up as well. 10th now, 9th, beautiful, back down to 10th, kind of yo-yoing back between 11th and 9th. Jamie is in 1st. Let's go ahead, we're going to lower his condition. We're going to do just normal and medium. We're going to essentially do the same thing over here for Laura. And yeah, we're going to speed it up again. Now Jamie is in 1st by almost a second. That's nice, hopefully he can maintain that. Now again, he's going to have some car part issues for sure. His reliability is just not there, plus the fact that it's such a long race. Over 30 laps means that he's definitely going to have some mechanical issues later on in the race. Still in 1st though. Laura's now in 13th, so she's kind of falling back there. I don't like it. I don't like it. Tire temperatures are fine. They're kind of maybe going a little bit lower than we'd like, but we'll keep an eye out on that. And then fuel-wise, of course, because of the overtake engine mode at the beginning of the race, we're in the negatives, but you know what, that's going to fix itself. I'm not too concerned about that. Let's speed up a little bit more. Still in 1st, alright. 13th for Laura, still. Come on, Laura, what are you doing back there? Are you just playing around? Laura, I need you to move up a little bit, please. It is nice to see Jamie in 1st, though. That just means that we have a pretty decent chance of finishing in the top 10, because we want to get that sponsor's objective. That $400,000 every race would be very nice. Would be very nice. Now, I'm a little regretful that I didn't take the other offer, which was, I think if we finished 6th or higher, we would have gotten $800,000, but you know what, it's still early on in the race. I'm not going to count our chickens before they hatch, you know? What is the saying, like a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush or something like that? Yeah, so even though we're in first right now, that doesn't mean it's gonna last. Now tire-wise, I feel like we need to bump them up a little bit. They're kind of cooling down a little too much. They're cooling down a little too much. Now, Greaves is ahead of De La Vallina by a second now. So that's good to see. He's actually kind of gaining a little bit of ground there, even though he's on the medium tires. Everybody else is on the softs. Actually, they're on the super softs. We're on the mediums. So that is kind of interesting. He's going to gain even more ground when they have to go pit, because they will have to go pit here pretty soon. Now, let's see, we're in 1st and 14th, so Laura's being a little bit of a disappointment, even though she did just move up 2 spots. And that is because 2 drivers ahead of her ended up having to pit already. That's kind of interesting. Only 8 laps into the race, and they've already had to go pit. 1st and 13th now. Jamie has almost a 3-second lead, which is excellent. Come on, Laura, keep moving up. Just slowly start chipping away at it. Come on, I want you in like the top 5 again. Come on, please. Get up there, girl. Top 5. Alright, Jamie's has almost a 4-second lead now on the 2nd place driver. Wow, okay, they're all pitting, that's why. Yeah, Jamie has a nice 10-second cushion now on the 2nd place driver, Fox. That's excellent. Laura is now in 5th, thanks to her having those medium tires. So starting off on these medium tires was very, very, very good for us. 1st and 6th, mostly because of the medium tires. And then the 4th and 5th place driver, they're going to have to pit here as well. And they're pitting right now, actually. So that allowed Laura to move up to 4th. Now, we do have to babysit these tires, because Jamie is going to have to pit here relatively soon. Jamie's at 28%. Where is he in relation to the pit? You know what? At 28%, I think we're going to have him pit now. We're going to give him another set of mediums. There are 24 laps left. These are going to last 16. We're going to give him another set of mediums. His parts are looking fine for now. The front wing is a little concerning. We're going to do the fast pit stop. And then hopefully he doesn't have any kind of mistakes there or anything like that. So, Jamie, please get in and get out. Tires, everything went great. Okay, he had a 10-second plus lead. Now he is in 2nd, which is unfortunate. 3rd, but you know what? He's got brand new tires. Both of the drivers are ahead of him are going to have to pit here in the next probably 3 or 4 laps. So that's not horrible. Now, with Laura, we want to do the same thing. We're going to have her pit. We're going to give her another set of medium tires. Her parts are looking better than Jamie's are. And we're going to do the fast pit stop for her as well. We are looking solid right now. 3rd and 4th place. 3rd and 4th place, and our 3rd place driver, Jamie, is not going to have to pit for quite some time. Okay, good pit stop there as well. Not bad. I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and Let's go ahead and lower the driving style for Jamie, because his tires are getting a little bit heated there. And then I think we're going to do the same thing over here for Laura. So 3rd and 14th now. But again, Laura is in a good position because a lot of the drivers in front of her are going to have to pit here in the next, 3, 4, 5 laps for new sets of tires. Jamie's only, he's 9 seconds behind Fox. And it's actually growing, 9.1, 9.2. So he's kind of losing position, which is not something I really want to see. But again, 1st and 2nd place drivers, Fox and Cavalcanti, they're going to have to pit here in the next probably 2 laps. So Jamie should regain 1st place. And the good thing is that 4th place driver Omura is also going to have to pit. So his lead is going to grow even more on Omura. Now, Laura is in 12th. She's just below that sponsor's objective. She's about 5 seconds away from being in the sponsor's objective. And we already have teams pitting for the soft tires, or the super soft tires, which is a little interesting. I feel like it's a little early to do that, unless they plan on doing another pit stop. Which they're probably going to have to, they might have to do 2. I'm not sure, though. Jamie is in 1st now, though. That's excellent. He's got a 4-second lead on Mikhailovich, who's in 2nd. Laura's in 11th. 78% tire wear on hers, 67 on Jamie. So we're good to go for a few more laps. Not too concerned about it. We're halfway through the race. 17 out of 34 laps have been completed. Once Jamie passes the start-finish line. So now we're at the halfway mark. And yeah, Jamie's doing pretty solid. He still has that 4-second lead on both the second and third place drivers. Laura is slowly chipping away. She's only about a second ahead, or second behind Shaw, who is in 10th, which is, again, that sponsor's objective spot that we really want to get to. Even though we don't get, like, double credit for both of our drivers finishing the sponsor's objective, it is, you know, it's a one driver type thing. If one driver finishes last, one driver finishes in first, it's the same as if they both finished first and second, with the cash-wise from the sponsor's objective. Now, Jamie's at 52% on his tires. I figure he's got about 3 laps more to go before we need to do a tire change for him. That'll put him at 23 laps. We're probably going to have to go with another set of medium tires for both of our drivers. I feel like if we went with the softs or the super softs, we would have to do an extra pit stop, which I don't want to do because of some tires. The amount of time that we'd gain from having those soft or super soft tires, we would lose double, triple from having to go into pit lane and doing another pit stop. Still have a nice 4-second lead on the second place driver Fox though, so Jamie's in a decent position. Not 100% sure about his car parts. Okay, you know what we could do over here? Let's go ahead, let's bump up Ingledew. Let's check out her park conditions. Uh-oh. The gearbox might need some work. She was complaining. You know what? Fine. We'll put you on high for now. High engine mode. We're going to leave Jamie where he is. Let's look at his condition. A little bit of concern for... Okay, the engine is at 35%. This one over here is at 27. Okay. So I think we probably want to work a little bit on his reliability. Jamie's in first. He's going to have to pit here soon too. You know what? We're going to actually schedule a pit stop coming up here because he's at 27%. There's 11 laps to go. If we do the softs, that'll kind of be pushing it. I think we're just going to stick with the mediums. Park conditions. Let's see. We got a 2-second pit stop. If we fix this, that'll make it 9. I don't know if that's something that we want to invest 7 seconds into. I mean, it's only 7 seconds, but it's also 7 seconds. And it might not be something that we actually have to fix. I think we're going to leave it. Pit strategy, fast. We're going to go with a 2-second pit stop. Strictly for changing the tires, right? I just want to make sure that we actually changed the tires there. Yes, we did. Okay. Alright, we're good there. Laura's going to pit here in a little bit too. She's at 34% on her tire wear, so she's going to have to pit the lap after Jamie does. Jamie's going into the pit lane right now. He is all good to go. He did get passed up, but the driver that just passed him up, DeWolf, he's going to have to pit. Here we go with the... man, here we go with the rain again. I'm not paying attention to that stuff. Come on. Alright, it is going to rain for the rest of the race. We are going to need probably the... We're going to go with the intermediate tires. So let's go ahead. Where is Laura? Laura is going to go ahead. She's going to pit. We're going to give her the intermediate tires. Park condition is looking fine. The gearbox kind of worries me. But we're fine with that. We're going to do the fast pit stop. Let's go ahead and knock that out. And then Jamie. Are we going to have him pit again? Because DeWolf is going to pit for some intermediate tires. I feel like we need to. I feel like we are going to need to. Laura is going to pit first, though. 9 laps remaining. Laura is going to pit. Hopefully it's a good one. It was good. She got some intermediate tires now, so she's going to be able to perform better than a lot of these drivers. And then Jamie does want to pit. And I'm thinking with how many laps we have left, I think that's probably the best choice. So let's do action. Intermediate tires. Park conditions. That went from 27 to 23 in 1 lap. So it went down 4. I think we have to fix it. You know, let's just do it. We're going to fix it. We're going to leave everything else the same. We're going to go with a fast pit stop. Hopefully he'll get through it quick. Hopefully. Laura is in 11th, but with her being on those intermediate tires, she should be passing up some of these other drivers who are still running on the medium tires. So Jamie's in 2nd, however, he's going to pit, so he's going to lose a lot of positioning. Repaired some parts, got the new tires. He went in 2nd. He is going to exit out 6th. 7th. That's not horrible. That's actually better than what I thought. So Laura's in 6th. Let's go ahead and bring her tires down to neutral. We're going to keep the engine mode. We're actually going to lower that down to medium because she's kind of getting there. Tires and everything are looking good. We could put Jamie on the higher engine mode because he does have the fuel for it. However, I don't think his car parts can handle it. Now, both of our drivers are kind of battling with each other. Laura's in 5th, Jamie's in 6th. I would love for them to both be able to finish in the top 5, though. I want to get the points for both of our drivers. Alright. Yeah, we have some issues here with some of our parts for Jamie. Laura's in 5th, Jamie's still in 6th, but he's about to lose that positioning. Jamie's still in 6th. Okay, so 4th and 6th now. 4th and 6th. Jamie, I just need you in the top 5, buddy. Jamie, I need you in the top 5, please. Everybody's on intermediates. I don't think anybody's going to switch over to the wet tires. 4th and 6th, still. Jamie, buddy, I need you to get into the top 5. Come on, dude. I'm not going to put him on overtake or push until the final lap. Or maybe 2, just because his car parts are screaming at us. They're in pain. And now he fell down to 7th. All right, Laura, just maintain 4th, please. Laura, we need you to maintain 4th. We can actually put him on push over here for the tires. Let's go ahead and actually put him on attack. And then, oh man, come on, this is going to be interesting. 6 laps to go. His car part conditions are actually not horrible. We're going to ignore the gearbox because there's just so few laps left. And then let's put him on high. Jamie's actually doing a little bit better on the car parts than I thought, so we can put him on high. Hopefully he'll be able to get up there into the top 5. He's in 6th now, and he's in 5th now, so good. Both of our drivers are 4th and 5th, so they're both in the points. If they can just maintain where they're at right now. 4th and 5th. Hopefully Laura's gearbox holds up for another 2 laps. She's in 3rd, which is excellent. How is her condition looking? It's at 19%. You know what? We're going to hold off. 3rd and 4th still. Come on, guys. Just maintain 3rd and 4th. Maintain 3rd and 4th. We're on the final lap. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Laura, I think, is fine. 3rd and 4th. She'll 3rd position for Laura. I think she'll be able to hold on to that. Jamie, we are going to keep him exactly where he's at. We're not going to mess with that. Actually, let's put him on overtake. I feel like he'll be able to make it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Both of you guys. 3rd and 4th. 3rd and 4th. Yes! 2 races in a row. I feel like we have massively overperformed. Holy smokes. I didn't think we could get better. What did we finish last race? 4th and 5th? I did not think that we would be able to finish better than 4th and 5th. And we finished 3rd and 4th this time. So holy smokes. Of course, DeWolf wins the freaking race again. So DeWolf is just dominating. 2 races, 2 wins for DeWolf. Clearly he's a great driver. He's at 4 stars. I think he's actually slightly into that 5th star. And then he's got to have a really good car. The German DeWolf. I think that's a German flag. I'm pretty sure that's a German flag. Alright, no illegal parts. We did indeed finish 3rd and 4th because nobody got docked anything for illegal parts or anything like that. We did get 7 points this race, which is solid. DeWolf, of course, with Bao Esperanza, he's going to keep his team up there in first place. They're going to maintain first place. But NoSlack Racing is going to solidify its spot as the 2nd overall. And look at that, our first podium in the Asia Pacific Super Cup. That's absolutely awesome. Now, Laura is the number 2 driver in the Asia Pacific Super Cup, which to me is honestly very surprising. Granted, it's only a 1-point lead, but still, it's a lead. She's in 2nd. Jamie's in 5th, not bad at all. Overall, team standings, we are in 2nd. We have 12 points, and we are a full 12 points below Bao Esperanza, because we just can't seem to really compete with DeWolf. He's just an amazing driver, and he's probably got a much, much better car than we do. However, we do have a 6-point lead on Ozu Motor Team, which that can change over the course of one race. So I'm not, I'm not going to celebrate that too much as of right now. But it is excellent to see that this early on we are doing so fantastic. Now, a lot of that has to do with the rest of the team's reliability issues, I'm sure. I'm sure they'll only get better as the season goes, whereas we really won't get too much better. We'll just maybe maintain kind of where we are. But yeah, our marketability again didn't go up, but the driver's form is going up pretty nicely. I love to see that. Absolutely love to see that. Both of our drivers are doing just fantastic. I can't complain. I have no complaints. Zero complaints. My only, you know what? I do have a complaint. My only complaint is that I didn't get a better sponsor's objective for both of those races. But you know what? Oh well. Whatever. Not gonna get too greedy. It's only 800,000 total that we've kind of lost out on. Now let's do this answer over here. Michel Dupont from Motorsport, I guess magazine or news station or whatever. Matthias de Wolf demolished the competition last race, crossing the finish line with a gap of 17.5 seconds. Holy smokes! Do you think the APS is becoming too predictable? Yes, this series needs to shake it up. Not at all. Today was a fantastic display of engineering excellence. That is what the sport is all about. Matthias de Wolf just got lucky today. That was an anima. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm going to say it was a display of engineering excellence. That's the politically correct answer there, guys. All right, so car repair is complete. The gearbox here is almost finished. Let's go ahead and simulate to that. All right, design gearbox is finished. Beautiful, beautiful. We can design another part, and then also I want to check out improved parts. So we're at the 70s for all these parts. Let's go ahead and remove those guys. This one's almost at 70. We're going to keep that there. We are going to... Oh, you know what? I keep thinking that Jamie's engine needs to be improved, but it's stock. It's already at 80%, so the engine is fine. The engine there is fine. Now, with the gearbox, he did have a little bit of an issue. So I'm thinking we're going to throw... Should we get another gearbox? How are we looking overall with the gearboxes? We are now in 9th. We no longer are the worst team with the gearboxes, but we are in 9th. So that's still something that we probably want to improve on. The low speed corners, we're 9th there. The low speed corners is actually worse than the gearbox. So maybe we should design one of those guys, huh? Let's see, low speed corners, that is the front wing. We can improve that. Let's see, plus 25 to max or just plus 20. I feel like we want to go with this route here. 461. And then that'll allow us to do another one, which is going to give us plus 30. That's going to be solid. So yeah, let's design this. That's going to be $700,000. And we're not really getting any money coming in. But you know what? We are going to design that. Let's build that part. $700,000. Confirm. That's going to take 6 days. During those 6 days, what can we focus on here? Let's focus on... What did we just finish? Was it a gearbox? Yes, it was. Let's remove one of these. This one. We'll remove this one and we'll throw the gearbox in there. Again, we're going to focus all of our points on the reliability, which those are going to be done 3 hours before the race. But you know what? We're going to add in that other car part that we're just designing now. We're going to throw that in there, and I think just to be a little bit better, you know, I was going to say we're going to throw it in the gearbox, but we already have both of the gearboxes in there. Why don't we maybe throw in a front wing just for a little bit? Even though that's the one we're just designing now, so no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not. We're in the 70s for both of those parts. We're in the 70s for one, but we are designing another front wing, so I don't really want to mess with that one. We are working on both of our top gearboxes in terms of reliability. I guess rear wing. We could throw in a rear wing. We could also throw in a suspension. I feel like that's probably the way to go. Let's throw in that suspension, allocate all of our points to that. Well, we'll go ahead, we'll continue on. And then when that front wing gets finished, then we can kind of... mess with things a little bit more. Now again, we don't care about the European Racing Series. We're not looking back. We don't care what's really happening over there. Let's go ahead and continue on. Front wing is going to be finished. Beautiful. Now let's improve the front wing. Here we go. We'll remove this and we'll work on that. We can remove this one since it's already in the 70s. And that's going to be done 20 days before or after the race. We do have 8 days left. I kind of want to get that front wing in there ASAP though. But you know what? We're not going to sacrifice the gearbox or the suspension to improve on that front wing. Not yet. If we can't use it this race, oh well, we can't use it this race. Now, what else do we need to improve on? I feel like we need to just keep designing new parts, at least as of right now. We have non-stock brakes, we have a non-stock front wing, we have 2 non-stock gearboxes. I feel like we should do either a suspension or the rear wing. Suspension or the rear wing. Now, our designer over here is good on suspensions. She is not good on rear wings. So you know what? We're going to do a suspension. We need that anyways. So suspension over here, we're going to go ahead. We're going to do, oh, this is not good. Reliability plus 15 or red zone negative 10. I feel like the red zone negative 10 is the better way to go. And then on the next go around, we can do, I guess we'll have to do medium speed corners plus 40. Yeah, we'll probably do that. So let's build this part. That is going to take, how long is that going to take? 8 days. Okay, so it's going to be done pretty much on race day. So we're definitely not using it this race, but we'll probably be able to use it in the next race. Anyways, guys, that is it for this episode. If you guys are enjoying the Asia Pacific Super Cup season, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and then hopefully I'll see you guys on another video. Until then, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.